Hello. If you clicked on this video, then you're probably planning on opening your own service business, or you've just opened your own service business and you're asking yourself the $1,000,000 question: what can I do to be successful as quick as I can? Because, we're all in this for the same reason. We all want to make money. So today I'm going to share with you 6 points that I have learned in this last year of business to make 6 figures. I opened up a pressure washing business in August of 2022. And as in August of 2023, we have brought in a little over $200,000. A lot of valuable lessons I've learned on the way, and I hope you pick something up from this video that helps you. Point 1. These 6 points, by the way, are not in any specific order as far as importance goes, but let's get right into it. Point 1 is speed. No matter what business you're planning on opening up, I cannot see where speed is not one of the most important aspects of your business. How quickly can you get something done at a high quality? Just because you have high speed doesn't mean quality has to be lacking. You can have both. You can have a good quality product and get it done quickly. In pressure washing, this is very important, right? Because you only have so many hours in a day, working day at least. So if you can get a job done quicker, you can fit more jobs in a day, and that way you're making more money. And you can apply that to any business model that you're planning on opening. Number 2, in my opinion, is the most important, and that is marketing. Marketing is the lifeblood of a business, because at the end of the day, guys, all a business is, you can categorize it into a bunch of different fancy terms if you want to, but all a business is money in. What are you doing to bring money in? Is money coming in? Then you have a business. And marketing is how you get money in. This is what I would have to say I've done pretty successful in my area over my competitors. Over my competitors is marketing. And something I would say is, you're going to watch a lot of videos if you're researching, which I suggest you do. You're going to see people suggesting Facebook ads, or people suggesting Google ads, some people suggesting door knocking. And I'll say this: all of those work or none of those work. The most important thing is find what works with your area. I've tried it all. I have tried every aspect of marketing, from flyers to door knocking to Facebook to Google ads to website. I've tried it all. And at the end of the day, what I have found to be very successful in my area, because I live in kind of a rural area, is Facebook ads. I get 99% of my business from Facebook ads, and the other 1% is Google and word of mouth, of course. Most commercial clients in any business you do, if you're in a service business or any other kind of business that you can get commercial clients, they will find you through Google. So having a Google presence is very important. But as far as residential goes, you just have to find what works for your areas. More city areas, I hear Google is the way to go. Website, SEO, that's the way to go. But in a more rural area, I found Facebook ads work the best. All right, guys, point number 3. And this is very important as well. They're all important, but this one is especially important, is learn the game, learn the market that you're going into. If you don't have prior experience in any business that you're wanting to open up, it is extremely important that you learn become an expert, is all I'm saying, guys. Become an expert in your field. You don't want to be that guy that's working on someone's house or some other property and you don't know what the hell you're doing. So become an expert. Knowledge should be the last of your problems. That's all I'm saying. Knowledge should be the last of your problems. All right, guys. Number 4. This is important for any business, but especially like a home maintenance business, like pressure washing, lawn care, any business that requires equipment. And the point is, upgrade your equipment. Now, especially in pressure washing, I'm going to talk about pressure washing here because I'm an expert in it. But you'll hear people suggest go into pressure washing with no less than a 4 gallon a minute. You'll hear some people suggest get a 2.5, and I will argue to my last breath, do not start a business with a 2.5 gallon a minute machine. One, what's the first point I said? Speed. And with a 2.5 gallon a minute machine, you can do 1 job a day max. And that one job may take you 2 days. I know it took me 2 days when I started with a 2.5 gallon a minute. And one thing you'll find, if you don't start off with good equipment, which is why this ties into the previous point of learning the game, because if you know the game, you can have great equipment and you'll know how to operate it. But if you start off a business with crappy equipment and you're doing all these other points I'm mentioning to you right, and you're going to be getting calls every day and messages every day for jobs, you're going to realize you're just going to have to spend the money anyways to upgrade your equipment quickly to keep up with the jobs you're getting, keep up with the leads. And I found it's best, if you're doing all the other points right, if you're doing what you're supposed to do, invest in yourself. Invest in yourself and believe in yourself and buy the equipment. All right. Number 5. This is very important and something I've taken very seriously, which is why I believe I've had the success my business has had this year. Perception is reality. Guys, okay. For example, you're a residential customer. 2 people is going to show up to your door. Ready? The first guy comes to pressure wash your house. The first guy comes, he pulls up in a Toyota Tacoma, an old beaten down Toyota Tacoma, and he pulls out a Craftsman pressure washer and he hooks it up to your water source. The second guy comes, he pulls up with a nice wrapped truck and he has a nice furnished trailer with good equipment on it. Who would you want working on your house? Exactly. Number 2. What you see builds trust. And building trust with customers is everything. It's how you get word of mouth. Even if you do a good job with the crappy equipment, you're probably not going to get the references that you're wanting to get, the word of mouth, because people are just not going to take you seriously, guys. I'm speaking from experience here. People won't take you seriously if you don't have, if you're not perceived as professional. You have to be perceived as professional. Whenever you leave, you want people to describe you in one word, and that is professional. You want to be as professional as you can to commercial and residential clients, and you'll get leads every single day from word of mouth. Once you reach that point to where you're getting leads every day from word of mouth, you're kind of coasting in the clear. And number 6, I could state a lot more points, guys, but this number 6 point is extremely important. And this is one of my favorite words in the English vocabulary. And that word is grit. Have grit. If you don't want to be successful, if you don't want to do what it takes to be successful, then don't even bother. Stay at an employed job. And there's nothing wrong with that. If you don't want to do what it takes to be successful, then stay at an employed job, get a paycheck every 2 weeks, stay comfortable. But do whatever it takes to make the most money. If you have an open slot on a day, even if you're working 12 hours that day, if you have an open slot and you're able to fit someone in, or you're able to schedule something on the weekends when you'd rather have it off, do it. And I'm telling you, especially in your first couple years of opening a business, that's going to pay off for you. That's going to pay off for you big time in the future. And eventually it'll slow down and you'll be able to kind of get everything under the reins and relax whenever you're more organized. But your first couple years, just be be relentless in how you approach these jobs, and just have an insane work ethic is what I'm saying, and believe in yourself. I don't know if you can see that right there, but it says Daniel W. Jones, owner of Strong Arm Pressure Cleaning. I got this for a desk. And, you know, I had my family order that for me my family got that for me for Christmas last year, going into January of this year. And I'll tell you right now, going into January of this year, I was the Craftsman guy I was talking about in the previous points before. I had a Toyota Tacoma, and I was pulling a 2.5 gallon a minute Craftsman pressure washer out of the Tacoma. But just to show you, I'm using this as an example, that I knew back then, even when I had the Toyota Tacoma, I knew that I was going to have an insanely successful year. I believed in myself, and I invested every penny that I made this year. I've invested it back into the business, back into myself, back into the business. I bought brand new equipment. Now my business has a 10-foot flatbed with about $40,000 worth of equipment on it. And you know what? It's paid itself off. It's all paid itself off, and it's going to continue to make us huge money, right? That's the game. One truck, big profits. Yeah, guys, just keep researching, keep watching other people's YouTube videos on what it takes to be successful. And I'll tell you right now, if you follow just these 6 points I gave you, it's a perfect layout of what you need to do to make 6 figures in your first year of opening any service business or any other business you're planning on doing. Thanks for watching, guys.